Eamon Khan here for Seconds Out once again at the Leonardo Hotel in London ahead of the British Boxing Border Control Southern Area Council Annual Gala and Award Show taking place on the 16th of November. Seconds Out, very much proud to be the official media partner where you can look forward to not only watching the awards show take place from the comfort of your own home on Seconds Out YouTube channel and social media, but also see exclusive interviews from nominees, past winners and features of the upcoming awards show. And you can also get involved. More information coming very soon. All proceeds from ticket purchases will go to the BBBofC Southern Area Benevolent Fund, distributed to former Southern Area licence holders in need. Once again with me is the council member of the British Boxing Border Control Southern Area, Ben Harmsworth. Ben, discussing another topic. This time we've discussed Fighter of the Year. Those nominees, just to remind you, are Hamza Shiraz, Denzel Bentley and Ellie Scotney, previously won by the likes of Daniel Dubois and John Ryder. This time, the category to discuss is Fight of the Year. Hopefully, there were no fights when it came to discussing who was on the nominee list, but who is on that list for 2025.
There were really some fights. Hotly contested again. So we've got 3 nominees this year. Southern Area, the criteria for Southern Area Fight of the Year is a Southern Area Championship fight. So I've never seen a bad Southern Area Championship fight. Fought over 10 rounds, quite often on small hall shows at York Hall, places like that. Fantastic atmospheres, and they're like world championship fights for some of these boxers. So we really enjoyed them. So we've got 3 nominations. The first nomination was Southern Area Heavyweight Championship fight between Nick Webb and Courtney Bennett, which took place in October last year at York Hall, won by Nick Webb with a 8th round TKO. Then we have Daniel Francis versus Oliver Duffy, which was for the Southern Area Welterweight Championship, took place at the Indigo O2 back in March. Francis won that on points. It was a scoring referee's decision that time. And we got Joel Cordua versus Daniel Francis again, which was for the Welterweight Championship recently, took place in June of this year. Cordua won that with a 10th round TKO. Wonderful contest.
Yeah, just diving into each of those contests, you can start whichever you want. Just what kind of stands out from each of those fights? Why do they get the nomination?
Francis and Duffy went the full 10 rounds, real back and forth, swung both ways, lot of changes of pace and direction in that contest. Very hotly contested. Nick Webb and Courtney Bennett. Nick Webb coming back from a long layoff. Courtney Bennett, real up and coming prospect. Stepping up to box Nick. People weren't sure whether Nick still had it. People weren't sure whether Courtney was ready for that level. And I think although Nick won by stoppage, it was a competitive fight. Courtney showed he was worthy of that level, and Nick showed that he was back. I think that was a good fight. And Cordua and Francis again, another fantastic fight. Nearly went the distance. Cordua announcing himself, I think, a little bit as a real prospect.
Yeah, I mean, our fights, or when it comes to nominations, are they exclusive to, forgive the term, like ding-dongs or anything like that? I know that's what kind of gets the fans going, but when it comes to kind of hashing that out, like what's the process of deciding?
So they're not exclusive to ding-dongs, no, although I love ding-dongs. That's what I like to see, a proper fight. But as I said, they're all Southern Area Championship fights, which tend to be very hard-fought, hotly contested contests. I think we don't see enough of them on the mainstream television, to be honest. I think that'd be a really good sell. But yes, so obviously we can look at a very good performance from one particular boxer, but what makes a really good fight is a very competitive fight that, swings both ways, and we're not certain who's going to win it till the end.
What usually happens in fights, those that get nominated, there's a bond formed between each fighter who contested that fight. Have you seen that between those 2, 4, 6 fighters who fought and are nominated? Have you seen that bond forged between the two of them?
I think you see that almost all the time in boxing, though, don't you? I think it's best at any level, from amateur. I mean, I only box amateur, but from amateur right the way through, there's no sport like it. The fighters put their heart and soul on the line, don't they? On view to everybody. And I think when you've done that, you can't help but have a bond at the end of it. You've gone through something that everyday people just don't go through.
Last year it was won by Leo Doherty and Marley Mason. Can you talk me through that contest?
That one, right. That was, yeah. Well, as anyone that's seen either of those two box know that they're both full-blooded, all-action fighters. And and that was very much the same as all these other ones we've spoken about. Very competitive, ding dong, as to use your words.
We're looking forward to, I'm sure people will get their notifications of these nominations as well and the process of winning the award. Check that out on our social medias and future interviews with those fighters coming up. Ben, appreciate the time. Looking forward to seeing that once again, 16th of November for the British Box Border Patrol Southern Area Gala and Awards show live on Seconds Out.
Thank you, Eamon.